Alright guys, welcome back. So let's have a look at Robinhood. So this stock have come a long way after S&P 500 inclusion headlines, which is I think September 22nd it's gonna trade in S&P 500. Okay, so it is not included in S&P 500 yet, but people are front running it and people are pretty much chasing the options and price action as well. Stock in a matter of a day, it's pretty much right back to near its all-time highs. So I think if I take a look at the hourly, let's take a look at the hourly. So of course, on my chart, highest print 118.45, and today as of August 9th, it's hovering around this area. If it does break out of this area, the daily range for Robinhood is pretty big right now. So where's the ATR right now? So the stock is up 0.5% today. Average to range $6.25. So it can move up or down any given day, $6 according to last 14 days of average to range. Okay, so for me, here's a few things I'm watching. So last time when I covered this name, I was calling for correction August 9th. This was somewhere around the top, pretty much. August 9th, the stock was trading at around 116. It kind of like choppily came down to 96. It wasn't like a straight shot down, but I was calling for it. Now S&P 500 inclusion, for which I was calling that this stock would get included in S&P 500 for about 2 years now, essentially. If you just go back to the Robinhood, pretty much as soon as they went public, October 27th, 2021, this is the first pretty much video that I made after going public. Downside, all the way $10 target, which was hit. And then after hitting $10, you can see who will join S&P 500 in 2024. Robinhood, Palantir, DoorDash, which one? All of them actually. This was 2024 in the beginning of the year. And then pretty much 30 plus, Pullback, 70 plus, $100. Here we are. But valuation of the stock at this point a bit stretched, and also it has trapped quite a bit of people at this range where it went sideways. A lot of people pretty much were anticipating the S&P 500 inclusion, but if you go on to whatever the AI tool you use, go to Grok, or if you use like ChatGPT, you can say, hey, Robinhood got included in S&P 500. It will be like how many, if you just want to find out how much of a shares all those indexes that track the S&P 500 they have to buy just to pretty much have the same weighting. So this stock is $100+ billion stock right now, so that's gonna represent decent. Actually, there's not that many $100+ billion companies. Okay, so this is really big for Robinhood. Okay, I don't want to underplay it. We were talking about it, it came. So now what I'm saying is that news alone, yeah, it might drive the stock a little bit up until that date. And then after inclusion, usually the stat for the inclusions are not good. When stocks get added to S&P 500, the moment they get added, they usually underperform for at least like for the first like 6 to 9 months. Again, this is just my observation. You can do your own digging. You can spend your own hours and find out how IPOs have performed after getting included to S&P 500, and pretty much just go through what's going to happen with the stock, or how they have traded, or you can pretty much it takes a bit of a time. Okay, but you can just go ask the ChatGPT as well. Hey, give me a list of IPOs that were joined S&P 500 in the last 3-4 years, average performance 1 month after inclusion, 3 months after inclusion, 6 months after inclusion, and it will give you a pretty decent data. But again, according to my observation and also just by looking at Robinhood's valuation at the moment, it's trading 62 times of its forward earnings. Current PE 59. Again, when there's a momentum, yeah, I don't pay too much attention to this. But what I'm saying is that you got to be careful of the downside. It might definitely pull back, but ultra short term, I'm watching for a breakout. And then there's one more thing I'm watching here. So 2 things actually. Breakout, run, and then maybe come into the SP September option expiration, which is pretty big option expiration. So from last option expiration, I'm going to put this line right here, which is purple, 114.25. This was the expiration of August. This is where it closed. So if this stock went down, goes up, and then closes right around there, a lot of people who had contracts that are expiring in September options expiration, they're going to lose money. Doesn't matter if they have naked calls or naked puts. And market makers will pretty much milk the premiums. So this is something that I'm looking for. Essentially, yeah, if it wants to break out, sure, let it break out, squeeze people a little bit. But come rate cuts, which is next week, I believe, the expiration next week, Wednesday, tomorrow CPI, if the stock wants to rally a little bit and then pulls back and closes near the option expiry, it doesn't have to close right there. It can just close hovering around there, but that would kill a lot of premium. But short term, sure, as a day trader, I might entertain the breakout and maybe just trade long, but I don't have a position. I'm not trading it. I have shared it somewhere for members that saying that, this is getting in the distribution channel, and I think there's a lot of people selling it, which I shared before the S&P 500 inclusion, and that was the case where I shared it, and then after 2 days, S&P 500 inclusion news, and the stock pumps. But I will show you here that, yeah, people are taking profit into this move. Even yesterday after the move, I'm seeing number 10 highest big order came in, which is 240 million at 117, and I believe this is a profit taking as well. Another thing I want to show you guys is, yeah, this stock is maybe decently shorted on a daily in the last few days. It is the shorts. Another reason why the stock could be having such a big move reaction is because there were a lot of people ready to fade this name, especially given that the stock closing below the 50-day moving average right there before the news, of course, and thinking that a lot of people got trapped at these highs. Maybe some people were ready for the flush down towards 85, just like me. But I didn't have a position. I wasn't trading it. But so far, this is just my thought again. I'm not telling you to buy or sell the stock, but in my opinion, the risk at the moment is not to the upside. Yes, it can go a little bit higher, but in my opinion, risk to the downside. So risk of it dumping more, in my opinion, versus risk of it running away. Sure, it can run away. It can go to 125, 130, maybe 135. Maybe it can do something Palantir has done. Maybe it is somewhere right there where it can just go from another 30-40%, maybe not 30%, but maybe something like that, and then pretty much give it right back and then consolidate, just like Palantir has done in the beginning of the year, maybe. But again, for me, Robinhood, pretty much on watch for a little bit of a pump and then come back down. But after September option expiration, I'll be looking this stock. And again, second half of September typically is weak for the market as well. It's usually a little volatile. Overall market can come down as well. So that's when I would pretty much look for maybe play some puts. But I'll be keeping an eye on this one. So that's my update for Robinhood. That's the video. Thanks for watching. This is not a buy or sell recommendation. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace.